What's good, my fellow musicians? I have a quick question. Have you ever practiced something for hours and still felt stuck? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not how long you practice, but it's how you practice. And in this video, we're going to go over a few quick tips that I've picked up along the way that have helped me out and really made me feel like my playing has progressed. And I'll also give you a demonstration of me employing these tactics and show you what the results have been. So, without further ado, let's cut to this dope intro, because I made it. So the top key points that I'm going to talk about is number one, slow practice, slowing it down and not playing at tempo to whatever song it is or whatever that you're trying to play. Number two, using a metronome, the importance of a metronome and having something there to hold you accountable, whatever kind of metronome that is, whether that be just a click track or even a backing track. One important thing to note, I will say, is focused sessions. Looks like my daughter's over there working on her metronome skills as we speak. Last one being focused sessions. So instead of just picking up the guitar or any instrument that you're working on and just noodling for a little bit, how important is it to actually focus on one thing at a time and let that be that, let it go until the next session? Now this may sound a little weird, so just vibe with me, right? Sometimes the biggest mistakes we make as musicians is just playing instead of structured practice. So let me explain. Sometimes when we pick up the instrument and we just noodle around for an hour and we learn a song, we memorize it, we feel good about playing it, and then we set the instrument down, we come back a different day or even the same day just another time and we can't play it the same. Why is that? That's because you memorize the chords, maybe the chord progression, something like that. You memorize how to play it, but it's not locked in under your fingers as muscle memory. So the common pitfall we have with that is not reinforcing our mistakes, practicing too fast at the same tempo of the song, playing the song and playing along rather than putting the metronome on and slowing it down. So these are the things that will limit your progression. The metronome is your friend. Practicing slowly and comfortably builds your muscle memory and it builds your accuracy. So when you're playing fast, you don't want to have to think. You want it to feel as natural as possible. And the only way to do that is to really dive in and learn whatever line, lick, chord progression, whatever song you want to learn, you have to slow it down first. The minute you slow it down and get it perfect, it's the only way to turn it up and get it clean. Another one, this is a little bit more of a personal tip. I employ the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of focused practice and then 5 minutes of break, and rinse, repeat the cycle. So what this does is this allows me to focus on a specific task for 25 minutes without getting overwhelmed or feeling like I'm just drowning out on one thing for hours. Why I feel like short and focused beats long and mindless sessions is because when I come back after that 5 minutes, I know exactly what it was that I just practiced, and I either carry that into the next 25 or I work on something completely new and then circle back and see how it's landed under my fingers after the fact. Now, with that also comes that tempo increase, right? You want to increase your tempo as you get it perfect at each stage. But before you feel like you need to get it perfect, what I do is I kind of dance around this. So if I'm at, say, 60 BPM and I get it decent for a good 3 minutes strong, I'm not going to assume that I can play it perfect every time. But at the same time, I'm still going to incrementally increase. So I might go up to 80, I might jump to 100 just to see how I'm performing at that tempo. And then I'll bring it back to see what's translating between those different speeds. Ultimately, what we're getting at is quality. Quality over quantity. Fewer reps with full attention rather than mindless repetition. You know what? Now that I think about it, another thing to note is when you're playing live and you make a mistake, you can't start over. So make sure to implement into your practice keeping the flow. Just keep going. The important part about being a professional is for nobody to even know if and when you make a mistake. So playing through your mistakes is key, and you'll see me working on that because it's tough. As a beginner guitarist, I feel like over the last year, this is where I've seen the most exponential growth. I mean, I started just doing the work, just sitting with the metronome, working on my triads, working on scales, and working on anything that I feel like was something I didn't want to do before. And I feel like it makes playing music, the day-to-day music, much easier because I know where everything is. Your knowledge of the fretboard grows. And yeah, man, practice. There's no way around it. Practice. Practice. So, with that being said, and without further ado, I want to give you my example of what it's been like for the past, I want to say 7 days for me prior to the rehearsal that I'm going to show at the end. Make sure to check that out. It's basically what I was working for, right? The reaction of the band. In the beginning, it's a very slow process. It's painful. You'll see me just sitting by myself, working with a metronome, messing up, making mistakes. But it all happens and comes to, playing live, man. If you're not having fun, you're not going to sound good anyway. So, full disclosure, the audio and the video lighting and all of that is going to be all over the place for these few demonstrations just because they weren't really prepared. They were just me practicing. So, enjoy that. The example I'm playing is Stevie Wonder's Master Blaster jamming, and cool little reggae groove. Easy, so it seems, but it's Stevie. So he throws in some lines that need work. Check it out. you have it. That's all of it in a nutshell, man. That's my demonstration. That's my spiel. I will say that the final notes: slow down, use a metronome, focus, and have fun. Have fun. And I would say try this for a week and let me know how your playing changes. Leave a comment below letting me know that you're committed to it or if you're going to give it a shot. And yeah, just keep me in tune with your progress. I would love to know. I'm on a journey to 10,000 hours tracked, right? I've put in hundreds of hours, I'm sure, but I just recently got an app that's going to track my progress in terms of hours. So I want to see where I fall in line and how long it's going to take me to reach that 10,000 mark of mastery. So appreciate y'all checking in. Stay tuned. Till next time.